Here we have a 66 kilogram box and a 75 kilogram box being pulled down by a 115 kilogram person. The coefficient on this side, or coefficient of friction on this side, is 0.14, and here is 0.12. And we're trying to find the acceleration. So first we're going to start off by finding the force of friction for each box. So starting with the first one, we need to find the gravitational force first. So mass times acceleration. So we have 66 times 9.81, and that gives us 647 newtons. Then we need to times this by the coefficient of friction. So the force of friction is 0.12 times 647 newtons, and that gives us 78 newtons. Then to find the force of friction for the next box, we're just going to switch the numbers up. So we have mass times acceleration again, which is 75 times 9.81, and we get 736 newtons, and then we times by the coefficient of friction, which is 0.14. So the force of friction equals 0.14 times 736, and that gives us 103 newtons. Now to get the total force of friction, we're going to add these two numbers together. So total force of friction equals 103 plus 78, and that gives us 181 newtons. Now what we're going to do is find the gravitational force of the person going down. So we have mass times acceleration again. So we have 115 times 9.81, and that gives us 1,128 newtons. Now to find the acceleration, we need the net force, which is going to be the gravitational force of the person, and then we're going to subtract the total force of friction from that to get the net force. So we have 1,128 minus 181, and that gives us 947 newtons. And from there, what we're going to do is we're going to divide by the total mass to give us acceleration. So the total mass is going to be the two boxes, which is 66 newtons and 75 newtons, plus the person, which is 115 newtons. So that the total mass is 256 kilograms. So acceleration equals force divided by mass. So our force is up here, so acceleration equals 947 newtons divided by mass, which is 256 kilograms. So our acceleration is going to be 3.7 meters per second squared. And that there is how you find your acceleration.